clearly not doing media day. How was everybody today? You know, for better or for worse is what they say. We are officially married forever.
Death do us part.
And pretty much black and gold forever.
Got a gold pin for you.
I don't get the Saints draft that this year. This is rude.
Sign Amber's phone number. You've been through this song and dance before.
We did just move, man. Like I don't even know my address for real. I feel like it hasn't changed for 16 years. What's today's date? The 16th?
16.
From World Cup games to the Saints, huh?
Yep. Schwartz.
I just thought about that. That's rude. Can't just get all that up front? Like, why I gotta wait 60 days? Man, I'm sick of it. We're done?
Official.
Perfect, yay. Love it. Are we going that way? Are we staying here?
Kids for a picture real quick. Nikki,
Cool, guys.
you want to come up here for a picture?
It's gonna take it back.
Take it
that
back,
fast.
take it back.
Wow. That seems about Saints. Give and take.
Three, two, one. Okay, come on, three, two,
All
one.
right, now go for it.
We're off.
You wanna start this off?
Start off with what?
You wanna start off how excited you are to be back home?
No.
Don't be scared now.
Fantastic.
Ow, motherfucker. I made this face. Tell them how excited you were. For your birthday, where'd you wanna come?
Here.
Where's it?
Back to New Orleans.
Right. And then we talked about what? We talked about if you don't go back to New Orleans. You said, what'd you tell me? Like, you know how this is gonna affect our life, right?
He's gold. I don't know how to respond to that.
He's goat.
What?
Yeah, I am goat, but but no, like you were. How did you feel coming back to New Orleans?
Great. I felt great coming back because this is where I was born and raised for a decade. So, yeah.
You were going to throw that decade
Yeah.
in there. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. So you turned 11 on Friday.
Yes, I did. No. Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was New Year's. New
New
Year's
Year's Friday.
Thursday.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
All
Literally, you can beat it now. Scram.
right, fine. Peace.
What do you want to say? Do you have anything to say? This is your time. This is it. Come on.
I'm happy to be back in New Orleans.
All your friends.
All my friends. I
Different
love
school.
this.
Repeat it. Scram. What you want to say? Something? Come on. Come on. You got. Come on. What you got, y'all?
I love you.
Okay. Thank you. We love New Orleans. It is clearly. It's clearly in them and has been a part of me. So just overly appreciative of the Saints organization, of you guys, of every random fan that we've talked to the last 15, 16 years. I don't know why I stepped on the step stool like I'm not tall enough. Kai, this was for you? Yeah. No, super, like I said, just excited to be back in the city. I think we got a lot of work to accomplish. especially with the Cam Jordan Foundation, how we've been able to send kids to school the last couple of years. Looking forward to doing more. I think we're about to activate, 16 years, 16 weeks of givebacks to New Orleans. We've got so much plans in the works already. Even if I hadn't been here, I still would have given back. But I'm overly blessed and highly favored for being here.
Was this in doubt? Were you not sure that this would happen like a month ago or 2 months ago?
No, not at all. Yeah, I mean, just the way you finished last year, you have to open it up to whatever avenue it is. I think we've got a quite talented edge room already when you talk about Carl Granderson and Chase, and then of course the draft comes, and we don't draft an edge, but we trade for a young top 10. I mean, Tyree's top 5, I believe, right? 7. Oh, sorry. Gosh darn it. So top 10, and of course, they signed back Chris Rumph, and you talk about Fadil Diggs coming into a second year, so you've got a stronger room than you did last year. And so it's just, if it's puzzles come in, and the open line of communication I've had with Mickey as well as the Saints and all my guys here has been nothing short of a blessing. And at the end of the day, it was mutual benefit for us to come back. From what I want to do with perspective, I always believe in, black and gold, and how, I'm still pumping up the draft like I'm still part of the team. I don't think that is ever going to change. The way that I want to affect this city, I don't think that's ever going to stop. I think I still went to a couple school visits, like different, but still same, So, of course, there's always avenues that you could take that'll take you away from home, but it's become home for us. So, you always end up back at the crib.
Cam, you said in the, or it said in the video that you just recently posted, one city, one team, one final season. Is that one final NFL season, or is that one final?
I don't ever want to do this again. This whole off season, I just told Kai, I was like, I don't like this. Yeah. So we're gonna take it. We're gonna take everything the way we want to. Year 16. I mean, how many more years do you want me to play, Ross? Like, what do you want from me? A couple years ago. So we're just, I definitely am going to take to this like every game is my last to ever play. And I'm going to be, like I said, overly appreciative of all my teammates. Brian Brzee calls me every other week, if not every week. Talk to, all my guys, Carl, Chase, Ike, Gaucho, Big Gaucho for sure. I keep seeing Gaucho every which way. But, I mean, I've got phenomenal teammates. I talk to AK, let's call it every 4 days. All my teammates have been so locked in with me. I've talked to Shuck 4 or 5 times this offseason, pestering the hell out of me, honestly, about when I was signing back, like I didn't have any other avenues. It's crazy. But like I said, I'm overly blessed and excited to be back with the team. Can't wait for – no, I can wait for that. I can't wait for summer camp.
That was a long answer, but does that mean final is final, or you're just gonna treat it?
There's
as
only
if it's
I'm gonna treat it like it's final season with intention, because I believe between God and my wife, that's the only 2 people that could get me back through.
Obviously, we don't need to get into all the financial details, but obviously there was something.
That's
that
for Kai.
You
What
didn't,
are the Kai's here for?
You didn't love at first. Did you eventually decide the other stuff outweighed that, or did you have to make some concessions to get you here?
Did I have to make concessions to get me here? Yeah. I think that in any negotiation, there's always going to be things that you want and can get through. And at the end of the day, it was more along the lines of what our family felt. So I kept sort of deferring to, not only my foundation, but to my wife, about, well, I was like, it's good to come back, right? I was like, we're not going to have any, great. All right, so as long as we were clear there. Contract-wise, there was a couple bumps that we just cleared up recently, and then it sort of cleared the path.
What ultimately got this deal over the finish line? Like, who reached out to who?
No, that's why I brought the 4 up. That's the final part. Yeah, the dad, like I said about 2 weeks ago, he's like, hey man, you're affecting our lives here. I was like, oh no, I did not know that. I could have sworn us moving to Arizona, it would have been the same everyday routine. But no, that'd be the final part. When you look at these, 4 beautiful kids growing up, their whole lives have been here, so they don't know how not to carry on. And when you had that conversation, I was like, all right, let me just humble myself here and let's get this done, which is awesome because I've got, like I said, I've got so much intended for this city with this upcoming year with the foundation.
Has it been hard? I know that you were always present during OTAs and minicamp. Has it been hard? Did you miss it?
No. No, it was not. I don't know if you've seen this. I've golfed a lot. Things I hope to never have to do again. You know, like golfing is fun if you get paid for it, I'm sure. But yeah, I think this off season has been phenomenal for, you know, the fam. We went off to Japan for a month. You know, kids saw Korea. I've done a lot of side quests. Yesterday was happily at the World Cup games, you know, and then I was like, somewhere that morning, I was like, let me call good old Mickey Loomis, and just sort of was inspired to get back as soon as I could.
Cam, to that point, it seemed like the front office was pretty adamant about bringing you back, and they were vocal about it too. How heavy did they weigh with you in your decision?
Hey, it's overly appreciative when you get a phone call from your head coach like, hey man, want to respect your space, at the same time, come on in. And I'm like, you know, you love the personal connections that you do have. Talking to my guy Jay Rogers and Staley, and just making sure we could be on the same alignment of what I want, what the team wants. I still want a Super Bowl. I think that, you know, like I said, without saying I was all in at draft, I was all in. You know, like just watching every draft pick we had and was getting excited about it. I was like, oh, okay. I said, now we got, you know, two highly touted defensive tackles, you know, in two consecutive years. You've got Brian Brzee headed into his, you know, his fourth year. I think there's a lot of talent interior-wise. You talk about Godchild, Nate Shep. You bring in the ideas of what we can do again on the edge. You know, I think there's a lot of talent. So why wouldn't I be a part of it? You know what those conversations are like. Our people in New Orleans don't, you know, the sort of, in the kindest way, just so familial. Is like, why aren't you coming back home? And that hits.
A couple of years ago, you actually said probably no season 16. So what changed last year?
Well, in my mind, there was a couple years ago I said probably no 16, but then like year 14 sort of got deemed as like a nose tackle year, and it didn't really count in my mind. So yeah, this is technically year 15 for me, yeah. I should have said 15 years at edge, yeah.
When you said you were at the World Cup game, you called Mickey Loomis. Is there anything you can kind of share about that phone call and kind of that process?
It was sort of quick, brief. I think it was like, what time did we call? Like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, about 11, somewhere brunchish. And was like, you know, like, hey, I'm all in. He's like, we need you to be all in. And I said, I don't know any other way. I don't dip toes in the water. I dive in.
Kevin, I don't think this team's gonna, like, it's always this team's gonna win the Super Bowl. But like guys in your position, a lot of times you see them ring chase. Like why here and not, like why was it so important for you to come back here and maybe not consider some of the other options that you have?
One, because they're all cold. Ew. And two, I mean, when you look at our roster, you see the growth, you see the development, you see Tyler Shuck, you look at CO, you see the explosiveness of a Jordan Tyson, you see how Devon Valet was playing last year, you see Jawan Taylor, we bring in some WWE kids. I mean, I just think there's so much talent on the roster itself. You know, we go out and get a guard, which I think that should help. Offensive line, yay.
Did you seriously consider like any other offer?
No. I would not. Why would you? No, I would never.
At that point, like, did you go back to the Saints if you like to update them? Like, did they match? Did they like what?
No, there was no match. But I think when it comes down to it, it's lifestyle. It's the idea that I could have played for the same team for my entire career. You know, the loyalty streak has always run deep with me. And I think a couple years ago, me and Mickey sat down and was like, look, man, the way you've played, the way you've handled yourself, you'll always have a job here. Now, it may not be what I think I'm worth or what, you know, whatever it is, but it's always been the idea that we've had an open line of communication.
was your dad playing his full career in one place
Significant.
before that? Yeah.
Yeah, significant. I mean, I blame him. Had he been a Merc for hire, I would have understood the path.
Cam, you signed your contract today, mandatory minicamp, one more practice tomorrow. Will you be out there tomorrow?
I will be at meetings. I think I have to get a physical, right? Like, I can't say yes already, but most likely, we'll see.
I've got kind of a lighthearted question. You've had some different looks. Is this because like you're going out like you came in with this look, or?
I need a job. You know, this is I need a job. But you gotta be manageable when you're jobless, sitting on the couch with the kids, and they're like, "What you gonna do today?" What are you gonna do today? But no, I mean, at some point you got to reset. I don't think the silver hair could have lasted a whole another season. That was, I will be a silver fox one day. It just won't be anytime soon. Hopefully, I could be like Sharif. Maybe it all goes away. Damn, I love you too, bro. I'm sorry. It's because. Did you? What'd you say about silver hair? Yeah, she was like, are you doing this for real? And then the second time I dyed it, got too blue, and she was like, that's what you get. And I was like, yeah, no, that's it. I didn't. Go ahead, hit it.
When you talked about your free agency, you talked a lot about having an opportunity to have 10 to 12 sacks, and you didn't know whether that was going to, the playing time element was going to be here. Did you get clarity on that throughout this process?
Absolutely. And at the same time, again, I think we got great edges in our room, and be there where they lie. I think there's a higher purpose this year, whether that's the motivated, every play is going to be felt like my last, or it's the, hey, how can I get my guard Carl Granderson to 10 sacks, or how can I get Chase to 20? Because I think they have the capability to do so. I know what I can do, and if I can push my teammates to be the best version of them, how much farther can we go as a team?
You grew up drafted in 2011, and a lot of guys you came in with, their kids, football's a memory. They see pictures and video of dad, but like this is real. Like, does that mean something to you that they can experience this and remember it?
Yeah, I'm hoping Cha-Cha will remember it. I mean, 5 turning 6. She doesn't like me now, so like hopefully yeah. Now she's her mother's child. Like these other 3, they love me. The 4th one I missed. I mean, like she tolerates me. But I think, you know, as she goes older, she'll be like, I can remember when. Like I was 4 when my dad retired, so like I remember being cold. You know, I remember like random locker room, where's the canned Gatorades? They have core memories where this guy be like, yeah, you know, Tank has seen Mike Thomas to Chris Olave and hopefully Jordan Tyson, the next great. You know, ran routes with almost all of them. So if he has core memories like that, I mean, I think that's legendary in itself. So yeah, I think it's definitely promoted by them.
What about all your current teammates that were kind of blowing you up and everything? Did any former teammates
Absolutely.
talk to you about coming back?
Driving force Craig Robertson somehow, some way. Mark Ingram. Yeah, Demario Davis. My main 3 of get your ass back into the building, just in terms of former teammates. And of course, you know, you talk to Sheldon Rankins, David Onyemata still, Akeem Hicks chimes in every now and again. Even talk to Mike Thomas. I mean, I've got a resounding, nobody was like, hey, go check out I talked to Drew, and Drew was like, hey man, like, you know, black and gold bleed forever. And I was like, can anybody like have a different opinion? I had Yes Saints, Yes Men in my corner.
Like, what does that mean, like, when like people who are no longer part of the organization or, you know, even moved on to different teams are like, nah, go back there. Like when you hear that from, you know, people you trust, your teammates, what does that mean?
Man, I think that says a lot in itself. 1, that we can adapt to change. 2, you know, that because you see how I'm so involved in the community, it feels wrong to be in another city not giving back to this city. At least that's how I looked at it. And the way that the family's built on it, you know, how we do our shoe give backs in Christmas time, our backpack drives in the next couple months, our kids camp, which has been delayed. I'm not sure why it's been delayed actually, but everything that we want to do in the city, it feels surreal to not be here.
Yeah, you said you kind of had to humble yourself a little bit. Were you prepared at all for that possibility going into free agency, coming off the season you had, and how did you
Yeah.
handle that?
I mean, every off season is different. This one would be the first one where I actually saw a free agency situation, and as you're fielding phone calls and seeing the vision or lack of vision, you're like, it gets dark out there. There's opportunities, and you literally have to sit and weigh your options and talk it out, think it out, and figure out what's the best move is. And then I got really comfortable and just like roaming around, training in the morning, playing some pickleball and going home. And I was like, oh, I'm getting too happy. I was like, I got to really start training. And then, somewhere in this last week or two, again, talking to the kids sort of snowballed the effects of, all right, let me get back home.
Of course, you had to come back in this room and make it official, but how bad were you itching to get that tweet out? The video.
Pre-programmed. Didn't even know it launched. Forgot I had said it in there. But no, honestly, it took everything for me not to get on the plane this morning and have some teasers going. I had a couple memes ready, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to be an adult for once.
So you scheduled it?
Boom. I can plan.
How does it feel, though, to really call 2026 your swan song?
I have no idea about that one. I mean, in my mind, I'm all into the idea of 2026 Saints go to the Super Bowl. It might be too early to call it, but I feel like I call it every year, and I'm gonna keep on believing where I think we can. I thought we had promised to shock some people last year, and I think we have promised to build upon what we did last year.
So you just say, Nikki's in charge, you wanna say that's it, wrap it up? No?
I do have
That was
one
it?
more-
Oh, good. I was flying.
I do have one more question. You heard you say you have a new address when you decided to.
Oh yeah, we've been building a house in Arizona for like 5 years. Horror story. Don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to say it, but when I thought we were done, I thought we were done. Like, had the house packed up,
Yeah.
didn't have plans on selling it at all, moved, but
I mean, did that make it
I left
real?
all the
Did that
furniture
make it
for a
real,
reason.
though? Did that make it real when you you don't have a anchor here anymore, a house or anything, or?
Oh, the house is still there. That's what I'm saying. We didn't sell the house. That would be real. If I sold the house, like I don't. Yeah, I sent messages. I guess that would have been like he's actually leaving. Yeah, I'm gone.
So you moved out, but you didn't sell.
Yeah, I took all my clothes and stuff that they liked to the house in Arizona, and I left the furniture on purpose. Beds, dressers, all that other main stuff that you need. A broken couch that I'm going to have to replace.
Is that weird, by the way, that so many people are like, you moved out of your house and like knowing all this information about your
Nope.
whereabouts, or you're just used to it?
used to it at this point.
Yeah.
And then also I know he can be petty, but also very indecisive. But I didn't really believe him. I knew we would be back.
Tim, how did you along those lines? Like, did you kind of ever have to check yourself, like, if you had an ego during this, or did you feel like you ever got?
I was born with the ego. Have you met him? Yeah. Yeah, but that's just it. The self-reflection is, where do I want to be? I mean, is it about the money? No. There's at this day and age, there's no amount of money right now that can. Well, I can't say that. There's no amount of money in the league that could make me say, hey, this is just turn your back on everything that you've built. Now, did we ever threw out ownership? Whole different. But either way, so as we're speaking now, no, I mean, this is where I wanted to be and got back here.
Hall of Fame was a goal. Is it something that you feel like you've already accomplished, or what do you feel like what else do you need to accomplish?
I didn't get in there last year, 2 years ago. I thought once I hit like that 120 threshold, I was like, I don't want to say give me my jacket, but like for sure somewhere last year, I was like, yeah, just like write me in. Maybe not first ballot, I'll take second. Give me another 8 sacks though. I might start talking in third person. Kidding. Now you want to say it? Wrap it up.
Would you really walk off if you get 10 again? Like, would you?
Walk off where?
Would you walk off on 10 like last season? Or
After we win a Super Bowl? Absolutely. We win the Super Bowl. What? Yeah, I'll fill that goblet up and drink out of it and call it done. Like it's a Stanley Cup or something. Cool.